All right, welcome back, everybody, to ChampCar.Live, presented by AutoZone. The cars are rolling off the grid to restart and finish this 24-hour race at VIR this weekend, the LifeLine 24-Hour Classic. And Paul Veltum along with a bleary-eyed Kyle Lockrow. And yeah, he's not the only one. I'm wiped out. We're all wiped out.
We are. It has been a long 24-hour race, and inside 2 hours to go. So at least now we're at daybreak, and now the fog's clearing. We can get some racing in.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's like you said, it's been a weekend. Let's turn that, move that to that other channel, so we can get with last. There we go. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been an adventure, but again, like always, we're grateful to be here, and it's awesome to get to do another 24-hour. But the fog has lifted. They're still just keeping an eye on it, making sure the last little bit of it's out of here. So they just rolled the cars off pit road, so they'll give the guys a chance to get the temperatures back up, get heat back in the tires, kind of check the racetrack and see. Because the only thing you'll have to think about is just a little, and the drivers will just need to be a little careful the first couple laps. The track might have a little bit of moisture on it from a little bit of dew with the changing temperatures, so they'll just have to keep an eye on that.
Yep, Rockwell Autosport Development dominates this race this weekend. Man, they have been tough.
Yeah, they brought 4 cars down here, and right now 3 of them are up in the top 3 with a sweep of the overall podium right now. They came to play. They wanted that three-peat, and right now they're well on their way.
Yeah, they came with a hammer.
They did. Yeah, Timothy, it is a great day for a motor race. Yeah, it's the same motor race.
Yeah.
It's like Groundhog Day, and here we are again.
Yeah. Yeah, we got maybe 2 hours of sleep. Is that right?
Yeah, give or take how long it took the adrenaline to come down to fall asleep.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember falling asleep, but I'm sure I did.
It was about 5:30. I think it was probably about 5. They shut it down. Wasn't it?
I think it was 4:30, wasn't it?
Oh, okay.
I think we had about 2 hours. So it was a little after 4:30. I do remember that.
And it was good that they did what they did, because it was, you could not see very far in front of you, even standing. So it worked out. But now, as you can see, there's just a little bit just over top the racetrack, but that's not going to hurt anything. You're so low at that point, that's not gonna cause you anything. And then as the sun continues to come up, it should burn the last little bit of that off here in the next maybe 10-15 minutes, hopefully. Sun's out, guns out in 2:07, 334 laps complete at this point, and still after it, 4th in their class, and in the, I think 19th in the overall, but I believe that is an EC car, so I think they're 4th in their respective class. Yes, 4th in EC. And those guys have had a pretty good day. They started out a little bit rough for them, just trying to, I think they had to work through some things, but they've hung in through the night, stayed consistent, stayed out of trouble, and they're not yet in podium contention, but if they can get a little bit of help, they could be right there.
Boy, we need a lot of help.
after the weekend we've had and the night we had, yeah, we do need a lot of help on multiple fronts. So there's still a little bit of fog, especially the one area that they're really going to keep an eye on, and we know they're going to watch, is Hogpen, because you're so far down. And just with the way the fog is, it's lifting, but you still got to keep an eye on it, because that's just a pocket area. So you want to make sure that the driver's sight and then is good, and they want to make sure the corner workers can see each other to communicate with what's going on the racetrack. So they'll keep an eye on that as we see Henderson's guys are headed back out into the fight.
Yep, the car's moving through turns 2 and 3 here.
So depending on how things fall, obviously in a red flag situation like that, usually I don't know if they announced about driver stints resetting, but we're inside of 2 hours at this point, and depending how quick they go green, we may see the frenzy for the last pit stop of the race, and then you may see teams get ready to put drivers in that will probably go to the finish.
The rule is 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
So they should be reset.
Okay. But this should take fuel out of the equation. Again, if anybody still has to come in and knock that last stop out, we don't really know where a lot of the cars were on strategy. It was getting kind of hard to see some of them as we were getting toward. And then plus we were under caution for so long with those extended 35s while they were trying to figure out what they wanted to do based on the fog. The cars and I had mentioned this last night, was that if the driver pretty much just put the car back in fourth gear or put it up in the highest gear possible that they can run, most of that would probably be fourth in these cars. But if they just put the car up in the highest gear possible, that just lets you not burn as much fuel and you're not running the RPMs up so high.
So got a message. Track looks good. Bringing in the pace car this time by.
All right, folks. So we should be going racing this time by. Field seems to be working their way up through the upper S's at this point. So when they get to about Oak Tree, or a little before, we should be about a half a lap from green. So I know that'll be a welcome sight to these competitors. Now, we'll find out how many of them are truly awake when we get to turn 1.
Yeah, it is weird, that the 2 hours that we were down, that I was sort of pseudo sleeping. When you woke me up, Kyle, I'm still sort of feeling like, is this really happening, or am I? It's like you're not really awake. There's this period of time where your brain is kind of waking up, and you're not really with it.
Yeah, you're still trying to wake up. Now, the first time they go in the corner and they got to get on the brakes, that'll all of a sudden you'll get that shock really quickly, and you'll be like, all right, we're racing, let's go. But
yeah, you'd think the adrenaline as a driver would get you lit up pretty quick, but
but also with the amount of time we've been racing and just the fatigue that has set in mentally and physically on drivers and crew. So everybody has to just kind of help each other get through. Drivers will have to get through the first couple of laps here and not have to feel the track out. Obviously, we haven't been on track in a couple hours and conditions have changed a little bit. So drivers will have to get out there, and it shouldn't be too much different, but they'll have to see what's going on before they can probably really push it. So they'll probably, if they're smart, they'll kind of tiptoe down into 1 and 2 and 3, and then from there they'll start to pick the pace up.
Well, no one's ever accused me of being smart. So.
Well, you had smart water last night, Paulie, so that shouldn't have worn off yet.
Oh, no. Look, I didn't drink it all. Oh, man.
And we are back green here for the LifeLine 24-Hour Classic at Virginia International Raceway. It is about 7:14 Eastern here on the East Coast, so we have about an hour and 46 minutes to go in this 24-hour contest. So Rockwell still holds down the top 3 spots in the overall and is your C-Class leader. There are C-Class cars all the way down into the top 10. Williams Racing Group is your A-Class leader, and they have a good 5-lap gap on Wheels America Racing. Specs is still leading in the F-Class with open throttle. As we see the field, Rockwell, one of their Porsches, leading into turn 4. See Bruker going to try to maybe get a couple. Oh, nice move there by the Miata, 3 wide.
that guy must have got some sleep.
He ready to go.
Or he doesn't even know what he's doing.
Or he's just, bleary-eyed and just, it's Days of Thunder all over again.
Either way,
we
were both impressed.
That was good. So absolutely, that woke us up. Let's put it that way. There we go. That's an adrenaline kick we needed. We're not even in the seat yet or anymore, and that woke us up. Oh, okay, we're racing. Yeah, 3 wide and turn 4. Anyway,
it was impressive.
No, it actually was. The fact that he just put 2 wheels up on the curb, it helped it hook, and he's digging.
Gosh,
he's getting another one here going through. He might play 2 here. Oh, he got held up. No, he might still try to get 2. Oh, 3 wide again. That's the nice thing about those Miatas. With as small as they are, sometimes they can fit in those gaps. But he decided to go to the left side there going into 11 and 12, and he just ran on the outside when nobody was there. So that worked out really well. That's a couple spots.
We had a caution over in turn 1, but it's been lifted. So everything looks green on track.
So Specs is still leading the F class by a pretty decent margin over MDR's car. So, and then if we go back a little farther, the Floridians are up still by 14 laps over Speedway Creations. They're doing a pretty good job of just trying to maintain that gap. Because we're going to start getting down to a point where you have to kind of calculate how much time do you have that's left in the race, what do you need to get there, and you got to just start to figure out, okay, if I don't have enough there, what do I need to do to make sure I don't lose what I've got now? So you kind of have to play a little bit of both strategies. You have to monitor, you have to kind of crunch the numbers, and then Rad Air Racing is your B-class leader with everything that's going on. Wayne is still hanging on to the lead, a pretty good margin by the laps there. But they are on pit road. I know they're taking care of a few things. Hopefully they can at least get the car back out there and get some more laps, and maybe they can try to pad that a little bit more. But they have a pretty good gap down to AOA, so we'll have to see how the next little bit irons out. Hiller says as soon as you get in the car, the adrenaline kicks in. That's good. Sometimes it takes me a little bit to wake up, especially if I'm starting. I need something to go. Helmet on and buckle up, Buttercup. How is Wayne? Well, I know they did some work on it after I got out of it when Sorin got in. I know they figured out they were clearing some stuff out of the fuel line. I don't know what they're working on now. I came back up to the broadcast booth a little bit after I got out. The Trash Pandas they might still be working on it. I don't know if they're done for the day yet. We can see now, so maybe they can go back out.
Wayne's on the racetrack.
Oh, that is back out? Okay. I saw it on pit road just a little bit ago, so good to see that they got it back out.
So there you have it.
All right, there you go. It's good to see the car back on, and so hopefully they can just at this point just run a decent enough pace to just kind of keep adding laps to the count. So
she's still firing away.
She's still going. Oh, they already said. I talked to the guys before I came up here. I said, what do you think? And they said, this car isn't dying. They said, we don't care if we have to get out there and we'll all strap ropes to ourselves and pull it. They said, we'll pull it, push it, whatever it goes. They said, that car is finishing whether it likes it or not. It was very colorful.
You don't have to like it.
No.
You just got to get out there and do it.
Pretty much. One of the guys actually started smacking the car around a little bit and it's like, you're finishing this race. Don't start this now.
There's probably a law in certain states. He has to be careful.
Probably. So, if we have to, I mean, we smacked it around, but we'll talk nice to it, whatever it takes. Anyway, back to the real race at hand before we end up getting in trouble, which I'm probably already there. I'm surprised they've kept me this long into the season. Anyway, Matt is still at the wheel, still chugging. Brew Crews had an eventful 24-hour with both their entries with the 86 and the 244. And I got to give these guys credit. I mean, they have been in the fight a lot. They've had adversity, which they're known for overcoming and doing a great job of recovering. But they were up in both cars, or mainly the 244, but the 86 was up in the running order quite a bit as well. And it's just, unfortunately, they just had those gremlins hit them once again. And I know they were hoping for much success after the win that I think it was the 86 got at CMP not too long ago, last few races. So, but they'll keep fighting. I mean, they're still 12th in the C class and 20, maybe 22nd in the running order. I know there's a few ECs mixed in there. Probably about 17th. There's 5 ECs in front of them, so they're still having a pretty solid 24. But that C class is just so stacked to where if you have an issue, I mean, if you look at the one car with Rockwell, they've recovered a couple spots, but they've never truly recovered because the gaps were just so close together, and it's been hard for them to get farther back up the running order because, I mean, TCR has worked themselves up into 4th place, and their last lap was a 2:25.1. So, and then both the 901 Motorsport cars are right there in 5th and 6th. So, and
they've had 19 pit stops. You know, they had to add pit stops for the electrical issues they're having, and you can't really, you know, hide behind that.
Oh no, and
gonna hurt you.
I mean, the fact that the car is still running, because I remember the conversation that Eric was having with one of his crew guys, and they were talking about charging, and they were worried about charging. So we'll have to see. Hopefully that doesn't continue to wreak havoc, but we'll have to see now that, you know, we're getting, as the heat, you know, as the ambient goes up a little bit, and hopefully that doesn't rear its head. But regardless, the guys in the one have done a nice job, you know, getting that thing back up into the top 10.
Good morning, John. Yeah, as you can see, you know, the fog is still here, but it's lifted enough off the ground that these guys can race, and the corner workers can see each other.
If we can get that vortex theory going, John, we might be able to get it up and out of here, and working with the sunlight, of course. So. Yeah, and that's one thing we talked about, Timothy, was the fuel mileage. Was just the fact that these guys were under caution for so long. And one of that same Miata, Wheels America, they're definitely awake, ready to go. I think he's jacked up on coffee or something else. But on restarts like this, when you're out of the car, and while it's good to have that reset moment, you also, sometimes it takes a little bit for some drivers to kind of get back into the saddle, and there may be some drivers that they might have, you know, you can switch drivers, right, Paulie, when you get a red flag, or do you have to at least come around one lap and then do the switch then?
No, you can. Yeah, you can switch drivers. It's fine.
Okay, so there may be some drivers in there that maybe weren't expecting to go in yet, or maybe they might have had to call an audible, and driver, you know, decided he was just too tired, needed to sleep. So it might take him a few laps to kind of get back into the rhythm if he hasn't been in the car for a number of hours. So bunch of different strategies and things that could happen or could be at play there, but it's a good time even on a restart to take advantage of guys. For those that take a few laps to get into a rhythm, or for cars that may need a few laps to get up to temperature, if you got, looks like Wheels America, they got the car ready to roll and it's comfortable, so take advantage of everything you can get and go ahead and gap out on some of these guys.
Yeah, I would agree with that too, and because so many guys are going to be cautious at the start, that's often a time where you can take advantage and be a little bit more aggressive. But, you know, it's, if you don't have the speed, you just don't have it. I mean, they're going to pass you again anyway. But no, it's a good, I mean, I just naturally am a little more aggressive at the start, because most people aren't in this kind of a situation.
Yeah, and there's some drivers that are just really good at restarts and just have that better reaction time, where when they see the green flag, they kind of know how to pounce. They know how to be fast as things are coming up to temperature when it can get a little bit greasy. And then there's some drivers that just want to lay back and they don't want to get themselves in trouble, and they just keep plugging away from there. So,
as Mario Andretti once said, you want to be the author. You don't really want them to know what you're thinking, and that's part of the strategy, is playing some mental games out there.
Absolutely. For anybody that followed NASCAR back in the day, one of the best on restarts is Ron Hornaday. He could restart a lot of times. He could throw the car up in first gear where most guys would spin the tires. And Ron just knew the timing. I don't know what it was. He was so good at executing on restarts and being able to take advantage of stuff back when they did single file starts. He'd be passing on the right side and when he was in trucks and when he moved up to what was then Winston Cup and then when he went back to the truck series and even when he was in Busch, I mean, just phenomenal with that and taught a lot of drivers, and he was one that counseled a lot of them on how to get better at restarts. And I know, Scott Pruitt was always really, really good in the road race stuff, and Hurley Haywood was always pretty good on the restarts, but one of the best ones, I think, probably if Paul Tracy was a pretty good one on restarts as well with Champ Car, and even when he did some IMSA.
I do want to say hi to my family at home.
We have Scott Pruitt in the booth with us. We'll have to check on that and see. It's kind of like with we haven't used Calvin's line at all because we don't know if we have to pay royalties on that. We're probably
the Argy Bargy.
Yeah, we haven't used that one yet, but I was thinking like it's a 24-hour. They're a week out. I'm like, eventually he'll hear about that. We don't know if there's there may be some royalties that we still owe him from previous races.
Yeah.
So as Wayne is working its way through NASCAR Bend as we watch the field climb up the back straightaway.
I have been warned about it.
Okay.
I've never actually heard from him or his attorney.
Ah, okay.
But Bob did warn me about it, so okay. All right. It actually did happen.
Oh, okay.
But it was funny. It was just on the show. It wasn't like he took me aside. He's like, by the way, don't do that. That's Calvin's. Okay.
But we are paying respect to him because we appreciate that, and we want him to know that we're carrying it on and keeping it alive. So when they listen and they know what he's talking about when they listen to those races when we're not on the air.
But it's not the same when I say it because I don't have that accent.
Yeah.
You got to say it. It has to be him.
Yeah.
Where is Bob Varsha? Bob Varsha is not here. He's in Atlanta. He lives near Atlanta, Georgia. And I just saw him. He does the Speed City broadcast. He helps out with that, and then he's also involved on the what's it, Racer TV? It's
yes.
on MAV. He's doing some auction stuff too. So
he does a lot of the Mecum and what's the other one?
It's not Mecum.
No, not Mecum.
It's the other one.
I can't think of it now.
I can't think of it either.
I'm
but
too tired.
He's even if I wasn't tired, I wouldn't be able to think of it.
Okay.
But he's doing that.
So he's been doing that He's been doing that for quite a while now, too, I believe.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just happened to tune in
Barrett
a couple
Jackson?
times. It's not Barrett Jackson either. It's another group. And I was like, all right, he's got this going on.
So Brew Crew got a nice run out of the corner there, down the front straightaway.
Yeah. Rad Air's coming into the pits.
I wonder if we're still fighting some type of further issue with that car.
Lack of desire.
She's trying to quit, but I'm telling you, Wayne, if you're listening, you're not quitting. That car's going to the finish, whatever it takes.
Bill's bringing us breakfast. Huh?
Like wear an apron.
We wish you would. All right. Thanks, Bill.
So they've completed 288 laps. AOA in the 35 has completed 217. Have about an hour and a half to go. It's going to be close.
I think Steven's doing pretty good. He started doing more automotive reviews on his channel, on his YouTube channel, and he's got a really cool line of watches that he's going to be releasing. So make sure you check him out. He partnered up with Richard Petty, and he's got some other things that he's done, but what they've done is they've taken transmissions, and so from Richard Petty's car, from some races that he won or championship race that he won, and taken pieces of that transmission and put it into watches. And so when you buy a watch, one of these watches, you're actually getting a piece of racing history. It's really fascinating. So make sure you check him out. He's got some really cool stuff that he's been working on.
Now, is any of the portions of that going to support Victory Junction, the group that worked the camp down in North Carolina that the Petties have?
I hope something comes back to me, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that would be nice, but it would be nice if a portion of it went to Victory Junction. That was the camp that was started for children who, for an opportunity to go to camp, kids that are fighting life-threatening illnesses or have some type of disability, where they can go to camp for a week and just be a kid, but they get treatment at no cost to the family. I know it's just kind of a shameless plug, but I'm an ambassador for Victory Junction. I've been with them for a couple of years now. Really enjoy working with them. So hopefully some of those proceeds will go back to the camp, because it would go to help some good campers, and it would be a good way to promote the watches at the same time.
So with that, we're back to caution here at VIR.
So I'll check the marching ants, Paulie.
We find out what's going on.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on here.
We will get our best people on it for you, folks.
You notice we didn't say us, our best people.
Well, I guess it would be. I guess we're all that we. I guess it is us. Okay.
We'll get our production team on it. They're always on the spot. Not seeing anything.
They mean well.
They do. They really do. They keep us in line. They do a good job of yelling at us. So it works out. That's fine. Not seeing anything distinctive, Paulie, at this point. Anything in race?
No, that wasn't a car that was stopped. It was just a camera that was stuck. That doesn't count. I'm not going to stop the race for that. So code 35, they brought the field down to a 35 miles per hour maximum speed. I think the folks that are updating this information that we look at are not updating the information right now, so they might be still working on breakfast.
Yeah,
thanks, Timothy.
Yeah, John. Victory Junction is a great cause. It's hard to believe the camp is already, they just celebrated their 20th anniversary. I remember years ago when they first kicked off the initiative and broke ground there in Randleman, and I remember the commercials all the time, and just it's amazing to see. And they actually did a recap with the kids that were in that one commercial, where the one little girl who was actually battling cancer, if I remember correctly, which she was in a swimsuit and she had a floaty on, and they were standing on the site. They were doing a commercial. I know Bobby Labonte was in the commercial, and then there was another young man. I'm trying to remember what he had going on. I don't remember specifically. Yeah, there's Wayne back in. But there's a promo video they show guests and they use for different things, and it was really cool to see. They brought those kids back as adults and talked about what Victory Junction did for them. So now it's an amazing place. If you guys want to check it out, victoryjunction.org. It's based down in Randleman, not too far from Level Cross, where the original Petty shop is from. So.
Yeah, Timothy, we believe less is vertical. But I don't know. I think you talked to him, right?
I talked to him. He is vertical. Give him a couple minutes. He is. He's always positive. He's always there. But Les is. He's tired. He's beat. He's run down. He needs a couple minutes.
Yeah.
We'll get our best people down there to wake him up, and we'll get our makeup team on it and get him working, and we'll be all set. So no, he's done a great job. Yeah, he'll be down there, probably just getting his camera equipment fired up. He will probably, knowing him as a driver, he's letting the teams kind of get through this first cycle of first run, and then he'll start getting some content. Paulie, I'm seeing some safety trucks over at turn 5, the 5-6 combination. I don't see a stalled car, so I'm wondering if maybe the culprit fired up.
Yeah, they're leaving that area, aren't they? So,
well, they stopped like they were looking or checking to see, and then now they're moving again. So,
I wonder if they were. Yeah, maybe he kept going, so they just checked the barrier. Oh no, might be looking at the barrier or something. They got something going on there.
I wonder if a car bounced off the barrier and it broke loose one of the sets, and maybe that's what the Code 35 was for.
Maybe they're just giving him breakfast.
They might be.
I don't know. They gave them something.
We gave them. I was going to say they had enough midnight snacks last night with race cars, so you'd think they'd be full by now.
Oh man.
Okay, cool. So it sounds like Trash Pandas will be back out in about 45 minutes. So let us know what's on the breakfast menu.
Just finishing things up, and they'll get the Trash Panda machine out there.
So they'll be out. Sounds like they'll be out here shortly, and they'll get to run the last about 30, 35 minutes of the race, and they'll get to see the checkered flag. Probably giving that old girl a nice break.
You can all rest easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while. Yeah, so I was.
All right.
So still on board here with Brew Crew. Their cameras have been some of the reliable ones that we've had. So I just got a message from Brandon Anderson, one of our guys with Red Air. He's like, I just love when they say Wayne or Garth. Party on, Brandon, if you're listening. Party on, dude. We got an hour and a half to go. This show's already it's off the rails. We're just going with whatever works.
If they had a gremlin, though, that would be a slam dunk.
True. We'd have to drive. Yeah, if we had a gremlin, we'd have to drive up into Danville and at night at one of the stoplights and ask for some gray poupon.
Dropped Gear made their coffee with slag, tire slag. The guys that run in lemons, just a different breed, and it's refreshing.
Oh, it really is.
It's so different.
We need some, honestly, and I know I'm probably going to catch flack for this. We need some of that back in this series. We really do. I mean, we need some. I mean, we know there's teams that have certain themes, but we need some theme weekends again. It's fun to do that, and it breaks the tension in the garage area, especially when it gets hectic around championship time. I think it would be fun, and just it would bring a little bit of refresh back into Champ Car. Looks like Suns Out, Guns Out is in.
Yeah.
They working. They looks like okay. They might just be getting the driver. They might have done a driver change, and they may be putting the finishing driver in.
I don't
the
know.
car.
We missed our commercial break. Oh no.
Oh, our people that pay our bills are not going to be very happy with us. We should probably knock that out.
We'll go ahead and do it. We're under purple 35, so we'll do our commercial break and be right back. Stay with us, folks.
An important decision is afoot. This man is about to buy tires on TireRack.com. Tire Rack is the leading online retailer of tires in North America and a repository of advice and expert reviews. And it's done! All that's left is to arrange for safe, easy installation at one of our independent recommended installers. Well, I guess he did that too. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Jamie's on edge. It's her first time changing her own oil, but she went to AutoZone. where a friendly AutoZoner helps her find a deal on what she needs to get the job done right.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Since 1994, Fly & Wrench has been a family-owned business renowned for exceptional European car repair and maintenance. We treat every vehicle with the same care and attention as if it were our very own, building lasting relationships with our clients along the way. We specialize in high-performance vehicles, offering a range of services that include fabrication, construction, custom wiring, and much more. Visit us at flyandwrench.com.
Want to get started streaming your races? Or make your current live stream more captivating? We've helped hundreds of drivers create engaging live streams. It's simple. Create a new stream event, grab your camera, and start streaming. Head over to myraces.live to sign up for a free account. Or join us in our community Discord. Stream, share, engage.
LifeLine's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available. Used by the majority of the world's motorsport championship-winning drivers, teams, and constructors, LifeLine has a stringent and proven history of success. LifeLine's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available. LifeLine's 0360 systems are the result of over 7 years of intensive research and development using 3M's Novik 1230 environmentally safe gas extinguishant. LifeLine uses only the finest quality components. For more information regarding our fire safety equipment and fire safety systems, please contact us at info@lifeline-fire.com.
At Parts Badger, we're not your typical machine shop. An aircraft manufacturer had to deliver a new interior in just weeks. With hundreds of line items and tens of thousands of parts needed, they turned to Parts Badger. We have the connected manufacturing capacity, the experienced team of design engineers and project managers, and the proprietary software to get it done and deliver. See what Parts Badger can do for you and your company at partsbadger.com.
Discovery Parts is a veteran-owned racing and safety equipment company. While we're located inside Atlanta Motorsports Park in Dawsonville, Georgia, Discovery Parts can also be found at the tracks, supporting a number of Champ Car Series events. We take pride in being a reseller of the best of the industry to Champ Car teams and drivers. We know racing, love racing, and look forward to tomorrow to even more racing. Visit us at discoveryparts.com.
Sentinel is a comprehensive motorsports video solution incorporating live streaming, local recording, 3 cameras with picture-in-picture, flag status, and much, much more. Stop playing with multiple solutions. Sentinel handles it all, including timing and scoring, vehicle data, graphic overlays, adaptive bitrate encoding, network bonding, and more. Sentinel is the solution to sharing your motorsports experience with your friends, family, sponsors, and the world. What are you waiting for? Get your Sentinel today and never miss an on-track moment. www.sentinel.racing.
George is fed up. And so is Junior. They weren't planning on having to replace their brakes today. But they went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner, Renee, helps them find a great deal on Duralast Gold pads and rotors. No headaches, just the right parts, and friendly service.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome back to the TireRack.com Champ Car Endurance Series LifeLine 24-Hour Classic here at Virginia International Raceway. We are inside, just about 75 minutes to go here. Checker flag will fall at 9 a.m. this morning. For those of you that may just be joining us, we were under a red flag condition. We had been fighting some fog. It was starting about 1 a.m. We kind of worked with it, had some extended code 35 periods, and then it just got to a point a little after 4:30 where the visibility was just way too much as we're on board with the Floridian Motorsport guys, the car 51 D-Class leading car at this point. So they decided for safety to go ahead and red flag the event. So we were down for about 2 hours, and then just a little after 7 a.m. this morning, we went back green flag racing. And other than just a brief period, we have been leaning green since we got back on the air. And Rockwell Autosport still continues to hold down the race lead with the 10 car, and the 41 and the 715 round out the overall top three as we're back on board again with the Brew Crew. Tom is back at the wheel, driving the wheels off it just like he's been doing. He and all those guys, Matt and every one of them, been fast every time we're in the car with them, putting on a show. And so Rockwell's doing really well up there. There's still the hold of C-Class cars. It's been the C-Class show up in the top 10, but it's been a great race. They put on a good show for us. TCR is in fourth. The 97, the 901 from 901 Motorsport is in fifth. The 423 Chattanooga Touring Wagon has worked their way up to the sixth position. Balthazar Motorworks is up to the eighth. And the Rockwell #1 car, the fourth entry, best lap 2:10.8 in that car, set probably not that long ago, because that was a 2:11 for quite a while. So it looks like they put some four Mr. Feelgoods on it and going to get some fast time here, and then trying to get as much ground as they can. And then the 903 entry from 901 Motorsport, the sister car, it rounds out your top 10. Faux 30 continues to lead in the EC class, about a lap and change up over Denton Carden Racing, Casey Carden's operation. We talked to him last night. Oh, a little bit of lock up there under braking. His tires are screaming. Williams Racing Group continues to lead in A-Class. They're about 5 laps up on Wheels America Racing, who put on quite a show for us on the restart. I'm not sure if it was the 999 or the 998, either one. Both of them are still in the top 4 in A-Class and in the top, let's say about top 15 overall, because there's a few EC cars mixed in there. Specs for Open Throttle Racing continues to lead the F class. That car, they've been dominant in that car all night. I know Oleg is in that car, and he's always fast when we come to the racetrack, so I'm sure he's been laying down qualifying laps. And then for the B class, Rad Air Racing continues to hold a very healthy lead over AOA Racing, and we'll have to see what happens with that. Wayne continues to party on. He hasn't given up as much as he's tried, but like we've been saying, we're either going to pull or push that car all the way across the line, whether it wants to or not. If we have to, we'll put some Grey Poupon in it and get it across the line. Anyway, that is She's going. These guys want to make that checker. They want to get to the finish of this thing, and they want to finish it. They don't want to not cross the line, so... but so far, last lap for Wayne was a 2:45 flat. So just continue, if they can continue to stay in that 2:40 range and keep up a solid pace. Hopefully we'll see what happens here in about an hour 10. So while we get a little bit, we know what's going on up at the ranch. We know it's a C-Class party up there. Rockwell, the 10 car's got about 4 laps on its teammates and then 3 laps back from there. Let's kind of go back down in the running order a little bit. Let's talk about some of our buddies and friends here that we haven't talked about in a little while. I know Les is down there on pit road doing his thing. He is vertical, folks. Here he is. He's there. He just needed a couple minutes, hit that reset button, and get the adrenaline pumping. So Mushroom Cloud Racing, we really haven't talked much about them. They are a C-Class car, and they are, let me see if I can pull those guys up, give them a little bit of love here. So they are, apparently I can't count. They are 14th in the C class. They've gained 15 spots on the day and 7 in class. They started toward the back. They really didn't make their presence known too much, but they just have stayed steady, pretty solid pace, and they've continued to just slowly work up there. They're on the same lap as Trophy Wife, so there may be another spot or two that they might be able to get before the end of this thing. So want to give you guys a shout out there. Unfortunately, I found out Clapped Out Racing already loaded up and has headed for the house, but we know they'll be back. Chump Change has had a little bit of a rough day. RVA Graphics has been out quite a bit. Hungry Geckos has not had the 24 they wanted, but we appreciate them coming out and participating again.
Floridia's another one of those teams that just never say die. They've pushed this thing, repaired it several times, and got back out there and kept going. Brew Crew the same way. They've just been relentlessly kicking that car back out onto the racetrack, as well as Rad Air, which you're familiar with. So it looks like it's doing a little bit better than when you got behind the wheel there.
Yeah, they kind of figured some stuff out, and they were working with it. I know they said they found some stuff in a fuel line. They had to address it. They didn't want to risk any further damage to the car. I'm not sure who's in the car right now. I don't remember. I have to check the chat to see, or maybe one of the guys can shoot me a message and say something. Thank you, Timothy, for that. We appreciate that very much. We just try to keep you guys. Yep, that's it. Just keep turning laps at this point. So hopefully Wayne can make it to the end. And more so for these guys just to get to the end of the first 24-hour. Unfortunately, Garth has had some engine issues, but hopefully Wayne can see the checker here in about an hour and 10 minutes. Be quite an accomplishment for those guys first time out. So many teams come down and don't make it to the end of the 24, so hopefully it'd be a nice reward for them.
Yeah, definitely.
So it looks like Brew Crew is on pit road. Not sure if this is scheduled or not. Might be. Don't know the last time they pitted.
Who's in the guy's car right now? Huh? Who's in the car right now?
Eric Franz.
Eric Franz. Yeah. Talk about it on the chat. So Eric's in the car right now, Kyle, and looks like they figured out a few things and getting it going pretty good.
Yeah, we still have a little bit of an ejector issue. So it's something our RPMs. We're first in class with the car, so we're just trying to get it home at this point.
Yep. So turn some laps.
And then we got to turn around for Mid-Ohio in a couple weeks.
Oh yeah.
So
at least that's a little bit closer to home.
Yes. much closer to home. So
good stuff, man.
Awesome. Thanks for checking in, guys.
So that was Sam Guatkin. Sam is actually a United States Marine. I think he's still in the Marine Corps, but Sam, I know you're listening, thank you. I meant to tell you this when I saw you. Thank you for your service. Thank you to all the Rad Air guys for all the work they've been putting in with this. I know it's been a taxing 24-hour. Thank you to Bill and Andy and everybody and all the volunteers that came out to make it happen. So it looks like a driver change going on here. Not sure about fuel.
Looks like they're recharging the.
Getting the cool suit ready to go.
Box.
I think that's Matt. I think that's Matt getting back in the car with the yellow helmet. So what you'll see there, folks, if you haven't joined us from any broadcast, so the driver, if they've already fueled, they might not have had to put much in it, be it running so much under caution. But what they're doing is they'll do the driver change. Usually the driver that got out will help the driver, especially with some of those lap belts and getting them cinched, help them find those shoulder harness belts, and then make sure you get it into the center. To the center latch there. Most teams, I know that team specifically runs a quarter turn half release. That's easy to.
Keep doing this good stuff, man. Thanks for your service.
So they're working on getting him situated, and Matt will probably take it to the checker at this point.
Yeah, we know with about an hour to go, they can just go ahead and bring it home.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Eric's in the car. Last lap was a 2:47.6. So, if they can continue to run that pace, hopefully they can hold on. But just, yeah, if they can just, it's nursing it at this point. So let's see who else we got here.
So, Fuel Your Wander was brought in, yellow flag local. Okay, so they were just given a warning. They weren't brought in, and this was just for a 4-off and continue.
So let me flip back through my notes, because funny story from the Fuel Wander guys. That was a 6-driver lineup with Chance Gustafson, Joe Vanalina, Chris Gustafson, James Stone, Aaron Griffin, and Sean Doggett. Fun story was their car blew an engine. On the way to pick up a new engine, we broke down. By random chance, a guy with a 944 race car stopped at the same gas station with no relation to the race. We bought the car, transferring safety parts, and are now running the car in EC class.
That is so bizarre.
That is cool.
They made that up. It can't be real.
I don't know. If you guys put it on the internet, it's verified. Then at that point, we can't argue it. So
it's so bizarre. It probably is real. And
maybe.
That's so
Uh-oh. Are we getting ready to lose another camera here?
It's kind of it's got the lean going on.
Yeah. I think we've turned on gyro mode.
Yeah, the G loads are starting to really affect the cameras. This is all they got. But it's tipping with the turn.
That's kind of cool.
I'm not sure how it's doing that. But
so we're just giving you an effect to show you what the G-load does in the corners, and kind of like the gyro cam when you go up on banking. So our production people are just amazing. They know what to do. Their timing is impeccable.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Wait a minute. Well, good morning, Charles.
And the cool thing you'll see, guys, especially with it being, just right around 8 o'clock, it's still early and the racetrack hasn't gotten, really doesn't have much sunlight on it. So right now, max grip on the racetrack. So it looks like they can really push these cars, and they're going to push them the last hour, especially if they're trying to make up position or try to maintain what they've got. You really kind of see the cars slide through those lower snake S's, because this will be the first time they've had this kind of grip since about the start yesterday.
Yeah, with all that heat. Oh, man. Just sliding around out there.
Well, because I think overnight when the fog came in, I think that there was a little bit of moisture on the racetrack. So I think, guys were having to be really, really careful. And now that that's burned off, Frank Reinhold just said that Brent Shanneman is in the 901. So it sounds like he's going to the finish. So, Brett, good luck and hammer down, buddy.
Balthasar and Anime Motorsports both been black flagged for speeding on pit lane.
Uh-oh. Black flag, 1 minute. That's not good. That's a shame for the Balthasar guys. They were up into 8th position, and they right now they are on the same lap as Rockwell. So hopefully they should be able to hang on to a top 10 finish. But unfortunately, that may cost them 8th place. It's Tom, they're working through some lap traffic, one of the neons.
We've got the picture-in-picture view with the less is more cam showing us all the pit road action.
Hanging out watching what the open throttle guys, that looks like Goldie right there. Not sure who that, we'll have to see if Les can find out who they just put in it, or if they were just checking on the driver.
In the meantime, we'll take a commercial break and be back in a few minutes. So stay with us. You're watching Champ Car Live, presented by AutoZone. We'll be right back.
Welcome to TireRack.com, revolutionizing tire buying since 1979. With our unmatched selection of branded products, finding what fits your vehicle and is right for you and how and where you drive has never been easier. through helpful online shopping tools that include our professional hands-on reviews done at the introduction of a tire and consumer reviews that give real-world feedback over the life of the tire, you can make the right tire choice and find exactly what you need. And if you prefer to talk to someone, our tire testers, our sales team, are available on the phone. And that's how we get you the right tire for you and your vehicle for where and how you drive.
But he went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner guides him to the right wipers and makes sure everything is working smoothly.
Since 1994, Fly & Wrench has been a family-owned business renowned for exceptional European car repair and maintenance. We treat every vehicle with the same care and attention as if it were our very own, building lasting relationships with our clients along the way. We specialize in high-performance vehicles, offering a range of services that include fabrication, construction, custom wiring, and much more. Visit us at flyandwrench.com. Discovery Parts is a veteran-owned racing and safety equipment company. While we're located inside Atlanta Motorsports Park in Dawsonville, Georgia, Discovery Parts can also be found at the tracks, supporting a number of Champ Car Series events. We take pride in being a reseller of the best of the industry to Champ Car teams and drivers. We know racing, love racing, and look forward to tomorrow to even more racing. Visit us at discoveryparts.com. LifeLine's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available, used by the majority of the world's motorsport championship-winning drivers, teams, and constructors. LifeLine has a stringent and proven history of success. LifeLine's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available. LifeLine's 0360 systems are the result of over 7 years of intensive research and development using 3M's Novik 1230 environmentally safe gas extinguishant. LifeLine uses only the finest quality components. For more information regarding our fire safety equipment and fire safety systems, please contact us at info@lifeline-fire.com.
Jamie's on edge. It's her first time changing her own oil, but she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helps her find a deal on what she needs to get the job done right.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Sentinel is a comprehensive motorsports video solution incorporating live streaming, local recording, 3 cameras with picture-in-picture, flag status, and much, much more. Stop playing with multiple solutions. Sentinel handles it all, including timing and scoring, vehicle data, graphic overlays, adaptive bitrate encoding, network bonding, and more. Sentinel is the solution to sharing your motorsports experience with your friends, family, sponsors, and the world. What are you waiting for? Get your Sentinel today and never miss an on-track moment. www.sentinel.racing.
Ricky's truck is having trouble starting. So he went to AutoZone, where Joseph, a friendly AutoZoner, totally understands. He points out AutoZone's many free services, including battery testing and charging. Less delays, more free services.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome back to Champ Car Live, presented by AutoZone. And Marching Ant says that we're purple, but Flagtronics says we're green. So we are racing.
On board with Suns Out, Guns Out. Those guys had to come down pit road. They got meatball. Something was coming off the car. Looks like, the hood was starting to come up on the right side. So have to get that secured. That is a safety thing. Don't need that flying up and taking out a windshield or just taking the driver's sight away. Whoa, big catch right there. Got to get a little heat back in those tires and be able to go again. Good morning, Spencer. Thank you for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you to everybody that's tuned in and been in and out with us through various parts of the broadcast with the 3 parts that we've had. About 56 and a half minutes to go, and we will crown another 24-hour champion.
Yep. And the sun's come up. It's burned off most of the fog that we see. Still working on certain areas of the track. We got over here that high point. You can see it's still a little hazy up there.
It's looking better, though. It's getting to it. But that's kind of cool. That just kind of gives it like a Days of Thunder effect or something, and makes it a little more dramatic.
Yeah, that sun's coming up, and so it's going to burn that off here pretty soon. Should be pretty nice.
And the field's pretty spread out right now. There's a little bit, a few races here and there, but there's plenty of racing room. Looks like our buddies from Trash Panda are headed back out. They don't need headlights for this one.
Yeah. Yep, they're going to be heading back out onto the racetrack, and I guess that means stop.
Yeah, so the way it works with the false grid, because they do this during HPDE events here with different series. So what they'll do is you'll roll down the hill, and the paddle is there in case there's somebody coming into the pit. So they're just giving you a clear to make sure there's not an incident. And then they'll run you down pit road. What they used to do for some of them is they would run you right out onto the racetrack and then let you start warming your tires up for the sessions. But now, there we go. You guys know. They told you we're talking about you. There you go. Get that fist pump. Get that adrenaline running. Go out there and show them what that Focus can do.
We got this, man.
He's not warming up the car. He's warming up himself.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, it's so they go down pit road. You got to stay driver's left, which is the drive lane, and then that's a commitment to show them that you're headed to go back out on the racetrack. So
that's one of those things you could sync a song to it, like the beat. I don't know.
Yeah,
something could be done there with someone with talent that could put something together.
Play some a little bit of Top Gun, some Kenny Loggins or anything. Pretty much you can play that Top Gun music with anything and it goes. Any good pump up scenario. Whoa. A little wide.
Uh-oh. There, he found it. A little trouble with the gear there.
I don't know what to say there, Timothy. I don't really know. I'm at a loss for words on that one. And as tired as I am, the way that pronounces in my head, that'll get me in trouble. So anyway, we're just going to let everybody read it and have their own determination. As Eric Franz is in Wayne right now. He's going to be taking it to the finish here. Just taking it easy. Sam confirmed that they're dealing with a bit of an injector issue. We've been dealing with some stuff, so they said just get the car from what I heard, get the car up to about 4,000 and then shift. So at this point, just run some decent laps and get it to the checker here in about 53 minutes and change.
One of the Speedway Creation cars is being black flagged for dropping fuel, the number 84.
Uh-oh.
And that's the Firebird, for which we have an in-car camera that Ed got working again for us.
Thank you, Ed. We appreciate that.
It worked for a solid 12 minutes yesterday.
And speaking of the cameras, if any of the teams are listening that may have a camera in their car, if you are done, if you don't mind pulling that out for us, that would be awesome. I will be down directly after the checkered flag to get that from you guys, because we're going to need those recharged and ready to go for Mid-Ohio here in about 3 weeks.
Yes, please don't leave with them. It happens more often than you would think.
So that's just our little PSA for the moment. If
it stresses me out.
Oh, gyro cam mode again.
All right. Under 1 hour here.
It's been a long night, but actually, I mean, it's flown by pretty quick.
23 hours in the books.
So the 2-hour break is nice. I mean, obviously not something that we usually get in these 24-hour races, but it's not uncommon to see those extended yellows with the fog here at VIR. But the 2-hour break kind of gave everybody a reset. The only thing you got to wonder is with a couple heat cycles on the cars like that, you got to wonder if, hopefully that doesn't, whoa, got in there good, but thought it was going to slide for a second. Did a nice job of keeping that under control. But you'll just, teams will just have to monitor that and just make sure that everything is still ready to go. He got a ton of curb right there. He is pushing hard. See where they're at. I know it says they're 12th in that C class.
Yep.
They are only well, that's an EC car. Looks like, I don't know if they have enough time to get to Wheels America Racing, but I think at this point they're just trying to get what they can in case something happens. Last lap 2:15.8. Wow, they're within about 0.8 of a second of their best time of the day, or of the race. So Tom is, I think that's Matt in the car. I think they just hadn't changed it, but he's laying some laps down right now. See, working through that section here, having to lift a bit to get it to turn. Coming up on one of the Rockwell cars. Going by one of the Ford Focuses. I don't think that...
Foci.
Is that how you say it? Foci. Okay.
That's how I say it.
Okay. I'm glad you said it.
You're right.
You're a little more polished. I think that's what Timothy was trying to tell me, but I would say I would rather somebody that's, a little more polished say it. As tired as I am, I probably would mispronounce it and then we get in trouble.
Well, it's like that thing where they say, well, how do you spell constellation? And then I'll tell them. And they'll say, well, that doesn't sound right. No, that's how I spell it. You're not asking. If you want to know how it's properly spelled, you should have asked me that. Then I can look it up.
So, so what broke? So Timothy's asking what broke after the hit on Brew Crew last night. Well, we know there was a hit during the day yesterday. The 244 got involved in something. Yeah. If you're talking,
they had that suspension component failure, just all by themselves. I don't know. I don't remember that we ever found out what that was.
It was something in the left front because Matt was in the car at that point, and I know that when he was under braking, the car was twitching every which way. We actually were talking, it might have been, you were saying that, like what I thought would be a track bar. You said it could have been a, something. What would have been like a track bar?
Yeah, there is a like a track bar. There's a bar that connects the differential to the knuckle for the rear tire, and it keeps you can adjust tow with it, but it keeps the car, what they call it, it's not really a tow link, but it kind of is. So the ladder bar, I don't remember, I can't remember what they're called, but yeah, that's
but based on based on the way the car was moving so violently under braking and as much steering wheel as he was having to get, that we were thinking that's maybe what caused the car to do it, but we haven't gotten confirmation. Maybe somebody will have to let us know, and we can either relay it after the fact, or
we could make it up,
and speculate. Yeah, that's just the name of the game here with ChampCar.Live. If we don't know, we make it up. It's like whose line is it anyway? We make it up, and the points don't matter.
Yeah, Timothy, I think it might have been, but only because of the way the back end just broke loose and started twitching around. And I was driving Tyler's car once when the adjusters were left loose. You can adjust on those the toe, and it would do something like that. So if it broke, then you would lose toe control of that rear tire, and that would be pretty wonky when you're trying to do anything, brakes, whatever.
You're talking about Violet? Back when that was a fun car. Does he still have Helga?
He sold everything.
He sold everything.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Man, he was so proud of that Helga when Violet. I remember being there for that championship race when Helga, that was her send off. She was finally getting to retire. And then he was so proud and excited for the debut of Helga. And I know it got delayed a couple of times, and so we miss seeing him at the racetrack. I know he's pretty busy with some of the new business interests that he's got, so hopefully he and his family are doing well.
Yep.
Trash Panda guys are still going. We're talking about you guys. We didn't forget about you. We still got that camera on board. You guys are taking us for a nice Sunday drive. But good to see you guys back out there. Looks like we're going yellow here, but it's good to see them back out there, and it'll be good to see those guys get to the finish. They've had not the 24 that they desired, but we give them an attaboy for staying after it.
So impact with the wall, MDR Motorsports.
That's the F-Class car, the 830, the Miata.
And off driver's left, turn 17, so down there in Hogpen.
Looks like Hogpen's claimed another one. There it is, just to the left on Trash Panda's in-car cam there. That corner is just, you carry so much speed down that hill, and if you don't scrub off enough speed or you get back to the throttle too quick and the car starts to twitch, it really can throw you out in the grass, and there is a tire barrier out there, and unfortunately MDR looks like they found it. Hopefully not too
back
much.
to green. So
okay, must have gotten it rolling. At least that's the good thing about tire barriers. Sometimes you think you're going to completely destroy the car, and sometimes the car just kind of bounces off of it, and usually the damage a lot of times can just be cosmetic.
Yeah, that's what happened to me at Road America. I pancaked one of those. Same thing, Kyle. They got that belt that they wrap around the tire barriers, so I pancaked it, and it's like, well, I screwed up the outside mirror, pushed the fender lips in a little bit, so we just took it back to the pits. Guys pulled it out. You remember that?
Yep.
You were there for that. And
yep.
Max loved it. The fact that unfortunately, when I got into the tires, there was a bunch of dust inside the tires, and it was like a bellows. I mean, it just pushed all that up into the air, and it went right into the car.
At least it had a cool after effect. Yeah.
So I bring the car in, and there's this dust everywhere. It's on the windshield, dash, it's everywhere. He was really happy about that. So yeah, I think those belts are pretty helpful because they keep the tires together, and you're less likely to really nose into them and then do more damage to the car. I think those belts really do a lot of good.
They do, and the barriers take that's the first soft wall before they started putting in the new safer barrier system at a lot of the racetracks around the country, and they really do work. And a lot of times, I mean, we've seen guys bounce off of them, like Floridia's bounced off a tire barrier, Brew Crew bounced off a tire barrier, and they're still going. I mean, but they really take, the nice thing is it takes the impact away from the driver to where he doesn't feel it, and you literally just bounce off of it pending how you get into it.
Yeah, and my dad pointed out something to me about tires, and I have to agree with him on this, so this will be controversial. Not everybody will agree with me on this, but tires are not necessarily the best device for impact, because they unfortunately they push back. Softer barriers don't do that. They take the impact and absorb it. But tires have a tendency to push back, we were at a motorcycle race, my dad and I, and a bike went into a tire barrier and it hit those tires and it shot straight up in the air because of that, that pushback effect. So I don't know. I'm not a huge tire barrier fan. I like asphalt. Just asphalt, giving the guy a chance to slow the car down. And I'm not a big fan of grass being around a racetrack. But that's just me.
Well, I mean, I agree with you to an extent there. I mean, they have taken a lot of the grass away at a lot of the facilities because the problem is, especially when it gets wet, if you happen to lose a brake pedal or something like that and you hit grass, the car actually speeds up because then it skates on ice. So.
As soon as you leave the pavement, you can feel it under braking. When you hit that grass, the car just like, oof, let's go.
And especially during a period like this where we're in the early morning hours of a race or at the finish of a race, and with the dew and the moisture in the air, it's that ice rink you have, and it'll accelerate the car, and unfortunately you'll end up going for a ride. Brute Crew just making a pass there on Wayne. Still plugging.
Yep. 40 minutes remain here. Not that I'm anxious or anything, just pointing it out.
We're just giving you updates.
Yeah,
so
just updating.
No change. Speaking of that, let's give a quick one. So no change up front. Rockwell still has a hold on the top three and still continues to lead C-Class. It's the 10 car in first, the 41 in second, the 715 in third, TCR in fourth, and
I don't remember Track Car being up in fourth. That must have happened overnight.
Not long before we went red. They slowly worked their way up because Tater started having some issues.
Oh, okay.
And then the 901 cars have had some issues here and there. And I think they kind of kicked in a little bit during the overnight. I think they put one of their shoes in, and all of a sudden they just kind of snuck up there. They're on the same lap as 901 Motorsport. They're separated only by 3.2 seconds, and last lap 901 Motorsport was about 3.5 seconds faster, almost 4 seconds faster. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, Paulie, because that'll round out our top five. It's all C-Class cars, and then in sixth is Chattanooga Touring Wagon, MDR Motorsports, and then the 831. We just saw the sister car have that issue, but they're back going. Balthazar Motorworks, even after that little hiccup there, they're still running in 8th place. So nice job, guys.
And RJ being up in 6th, I think that's near where he started. And they've really come back. I mean, they had tumbled down where I think they were just inside the top 10 or below that. So they've done a good job of bringing that car back into the fray there.
Yeah, they have gained 9 spots overall on the race, sixth in class. So they've had a really, really good race. Those guys have been just staying in there, just staying strong. And then, like I said, Balthazar Motorworks in 8th. The 1 car for Rockwell, the 4th car, is in 9th. And we have a new top 10 player because the 903 has slipped down to about 12th. Williams Racing Group, the leading A-Class car, which actually is kind of a good lead into that. They still hold a 3-lap lead over Wheels America, the 999, but they are in the top 10 overall, so another A-Class car. And then we have not far behind those guys, Specs in the F-Class. Paulie, another F-Class car running in 13th.
Who'd have thunk it?
I know, who'd have thunk it, but we see this time and time again, and we heard from Ben last night that he's talking about an F-Class. They're building an F-Class car, so sounds like they may have something, and he's hoping he would like to win. He'd like to podium in an F-Class car. I know that. He said that's his aspirations with it. So, and then in EC, Faux 30 has a 2-lap lead over Denton Cardin Racing in their MX-5 Miata. And then scrolling down, Wayne is still hanging on tough in B-Class there. So hopefully those guys can hang on and they could pull out a victory. They have a pretty decent lead over AOA. So hopefully we'll get to a point there and might be able to lock that in. So Eric's still at the wheel.
And this would be your first class win.
Yeah,
with the team. And so
it'd be the team's first win. They've podiumed a few times, which they've really wanted to finally get it. But the fact that they get their first podium, if everything works out here in 36 minutes and change, it'd be their first class win. And the fact that they've run so well all the
I don't know. I just thought you should see it.
I feel like Trash Panda is kind of like the Del McCowart of Champ Car. They're not going to win the race, but they're never going to miss the party. They're having their own party in the car. All right, I've got to know. We got to find out, what are you guys playing over the radio that he's dancing to? Because he's just having a good time in there, and waving at corner workers. Anyway, we were talking about class wins, and all of a sudden I saw him doing a hand dance. You guys are a hoot, man. We need, all right, next race, if it's a weekend, you guys need to bring the party. Anyway, so yeah, it would be Rod Air, if they can hold on to it, it'd be their first class win. Like I said, they've had a few podiums. They've been second, they've been third, and the fact that this is their first 24-hour. And if I look back in the order, I think Garth, even though it is out, is going to end up in third at this point. So it'd be really cool to have two cars on the podium in B class for that. And that'd be really awesome. I know Bill and Andy had high expectations and all the guys coming down here. So hopefully everything will pay off here in just about 35 minutes. But yeah, Paulie, it would be, I've been in Champ Car for 9 years, and it would be my finally get my first class win in Champ Car. So a little nervous, hoping it works out. See Matt working by the Floridians. That car's still going.
Timothy says, I pet Turtle's Dash when we do well. You've done so good. I get it.
You gotta talk nice to it sometimes. I mean, yeah, I was jokingly saying we were smacking, Wayne around a little bit, but I'm sure Eric is probably talking to the car a little bit there.
Yeah, this is the point where you start hearing those rattles and feeling those vibrations that you're pretty sure those weren't there before, and
that knock that you didn't think.
Oh man, come on, please. You become like extra sensitive to every little thing.
You do.
And the camera's ready to fall out of the car, but I think it's going to hang on.
I hope it does.
I think it's going to make it.
I think there's a chance. Although the gyro side of it's pretty cool. So
yeah, I'm mystified how this is actually happening.
I don't know. I secured those things as much as I could.
Well, they get bumped and that knocks them loose, but how is it when he turns to the right, the camera dips to the right?
I have no idea.
Because science says no. It has to go left. It seems to go to the right.
Our production team is just that good. They planned this.
Just mystified by this.
They planned this knowing the car would be in contention. They wanted to just make it more dramatic.
Well, if you get this camera, you have to.
I'm gonna have to wonder
what happened here.
Yeah, maybe that magic wand. Maybe they just kind of put a little bit of a spell on it.
He turns left. It goes left. It goes with the G loads. How's that possible?
I have no idea.
Is there a string attached to his helmet?
Might be. I don't know. They might have rigged something up. So
it's like backwards.
I don't know. I'm as baffled as you are, Paulie. At this point, I'm just hoping it stays attached, and I'm not trying to find it somewhere on the racetrack. It is, everybody kept saying spooky. Maybe the thing is haunted. I don't know. Could be.
Tyler said it depends on the center of mass. He's trying to get all sciencey on me here.
Maybe it's the ghosts of prior neons that they've raced that are coming back riding with them.
I'm trying to figure this thing out. Like, I know how that's set up. If it's loose, it's not going to go that way. What is going on with this thing? You got to take a picture of it when you take it out of there, so I understand what happened. Because I am not going to rest until I understand what the heck is going on here. I can't handle it. You don't understand how important this is to me right now.
Makes for great TV. That's all that matters. Okay. So yeah, spooky camera. Yeah.
All right. Well, you've been with us this long, folks. You might as well hang out for the last 30 minutes for the close of the 24 hours at VIR, the LifeLine 24-hour classic. So stay with us. Final commercial break. We'll be right back.
Welcome to TireRack.com, revolutionizing tire buying since 1979. With our unmatched selection of branded products, finding what fits your vehicle and is right for you and how and where you drive has never been easier. Through helpful online shopping tools that include our professional hands-on reviews done at the introduction of a tire and consumer reviews that give real-world feedback over the life of the tire, you can make the right tire choice and find exactly what you need. And if you prefer to talk to someone, our tire testers, our sales team, are available on the phone. And that's how we get you the right tire for you and your vehicle for where and how you drive.
But he went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner guides him to the right wipers and makes sure everything is working smoothly.
Since 1994, Flying Wrench has been a family-owned business renowned for exceptional European car repair and maintenance. We treat every vehicle with the same care and attention as if it were our very own, building lasting relationships with our clients along the way. We specialize in high-performance vehicles, offering a range of services that include fabrication, construction, custom wiring, and much more. Visit us at flyinwrench.com. Discovery Parts is a veteran-owned racing and safety equipment company. While we're located inside Atlanta Motorsports Park in Dawsonville, Georgia, Discovery Parts can also be found at the tracks, supporting a number of Champ Car Series events. We take pride in being a reseller of the best of the industry to Champ Car teams and drivers. We know racing, love racing, and look forward to tomorrow to even more racing. Visit us at discoveryparts.com. LifeLine's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available, used by the majority of the world's motorsport championship-winning drivers, teams, and constructors. LifeLine has a stringent and proven history of success. LifeLine's continuous commitment to research and development ensures that we supply the most innovative and cutting-edge products available. LifeLine's 0360 systems are the result of over 7 years of intensive research and development using 3M's Novik 1230 environmentally safe gas extinguishant. LifeLine uses only the finest quality components. For more information regarding our fire safety equipment and fire safety systems, please contact us at info@lifeline-fire.com.
Jamie's on edge. It's her first time changing her own oil, but she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helps her find a deal on what she needs to get the job done right.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Sentinel is a comprehensive motorsports video solution incorporating live streaming, local recording, 3 cameras with picture-in-picture, flag status, and much, much more. Stop playing with multiple solutions. Sentinel handles it all, including timing and scoring, vehicle data, graphic overlays, adaptive bitrate encoding, network bonding, and more. Sentinel is the solution to sharing your motorsports experience with your friends, family, sponsors, and the world. What are you waiting for? Get your Sentinel today and never miss an on-track moment. www.sentinel.racing.
Ricky's truck is having trouble starting. So he went to AutoZone, where Joseph, a friendly AutoZoner, totally understands. He points out AutoZone's many free services, including battery testing and charging. Less delays, more free services.
In the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome back to the TireRack.com Champ Car Endurance Series for the LifeLine 24-Hour Classic here at Virginia International Raceway in Alton, Virginia, right at the Virginia-North Carolina state line. I am Kyle Lockrow. He is Paulie Veltum. Less is more. Lester Epps on pit road, who's been doing a fantastic job this weekend. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody in Champ Car. Rockwell Autosport continues to dominate this race. They brought 4 good cars going for a three-peat. Unfortunately, the one car had a few hiccups, but the 10, the 41, and the 715 have a lockdown right now with just about, we'll pull the clock up here in just a minute. So we're back on with Brew Crew for a bit. Looks like Trash Pandas they're pointing guys by there. All right, so let's ride on with Suns Out, Guns Out here. We've got about 25 minutes to go. So I'll do one last quick recap here. So C-Class, business as usual, top 9 cars there. Rockwell continues to run. And EC, Faux 30 has about a 2-lap lead on Denton Cardin Racing. Williams Racing Group continues to lead by 2 laps over Wheels America Racing in the 999. And F-Class is still being led by Specs for Open Throttle. So right now, Open Throttle is looking at if they can hang on an F-Class victory, an EC-Class victory, and then a second EC car with Goldie along with Faux 30 on the podium. So far, another good, successful weekend there for Mikey Gorman and team. And then Floridian Motorsports continues to hang on over Speedway Creations. Those guys, that car will not die. And Rad Air Racing right now, 309 laps complete. Eric Franz in the car, last lap of 2:49.6. And it looks like if everything can hang on for 24 minutes here, they will hang on, and they may have a B-Class victory in sight and also have 2 cars on the podium with so Wayne and Garth both for podium here for the 24-hour in B-Class. So we'll have to see what happens here with 23 minutes and change to go. And we also, real quick, we want to thank all of our dedicated partners here in Champ Car, TireRack.com, Parts Badger, Frozen Rotors, LifeLine, Fire and Suppression Systems. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring and continuing to sponsor the 24-hour here at VIR, Hawk Performance, Flagtronics, Flying Wrench Motorsports, AutoZone for supporting our broadcast and the series, Discovery Parts, Better Call, Krispy Kreme Donuts, Sentinel, 9 Lives Racing, Lamex, and all of our dedicated members and everybody in the staff with Champ Car. We greatly appreciate it. And you, the viewership, everybody there in Champ Car Nation, thank you so much for staying faithful to us. We appreciate, yes, Timothy, demanded updates. We owe it to you, and that's what we're doing. So we promise that. But we really appreciate you guys staying with us. We know that little bit of delay with the fog there for safety that we had to take kind of disrupted it a little bit. But honestly, it was with the heat and humidity, it was a much-needed reset for everybody here at VIR this weekend.
So just coming down the closing minutes here in the race. And it really has been Rockwell's race to lose. They've just dominated this race throughout the weekend here. And it looks like they're ready to capture another VIR 24-hour victory.
We talked about it quite a bit, that they were going for a three-peat this weekend, and when we saw 4 cars on the entry list, that solidified their dedication and their commitment to making that happen. And it looks like in about just under 22 minutes, that's going to become reality.
And Tater put up a valiant effort, man. I really thought, they if anybody threatened them, it was Tater.
Yeah, I think Tater's
really had a chance at it.
I think Tater rattled them the most, to be honest with you. I know some of the things that happened were just typical things you might see over a 24-hour, but I honestly think Tater made them push a little more than you think.
Had to have, because they really did put the threat on them, and they led the race for a while.
Yeah, they did.
They had a decent gap on them. It's like, oh man, this went on for quite a while, and they were the real threat this weekend to spoil the party for Rockwell. It looks like the car had some mechanical issues. They're down in 20th place right now, shown in the pits, the Tater BMW team.
So we have a group chat with all of our guys with Rad Air. So Matt Harbert, one of our lead mechanics and crew chiefs on the car, we suspect that Matthew may have loosened it for effect for dramatics as we got closer to the end of the race. So Matt, I know you're listening. I know you guys are down there in the pit stall. So we got you red-handed. Brandon confirmed it in the group chat. You said no such thing, but you wanted to have that dramatic effect as it crosses the finish line. So. But great job this weekend, guys. Really appreciate all the effort you guys put in with both cars, with Wayne and Garth. I know it was a big undertaking, so really proud of everybody there.
Well, and I was thinking about what Heiler said about what about the battery pack underneath. The battery pack is tape strapped to the bracket, which mounts to the roll cage. So you're right. If it pivoted on the center, say like where the bar was at, that's the only way it would work. If it was something like, the lower part, which is where all the weight is, the camera is much lighter. It sits up on top, but it's screwed tight down into the bracket. So typically what happens to them is they get bumped by somebody getting in the car loading up ice or something, and then they'll just kind of spin on the quarter-inch mount. And that's why we get the rear view, and then it'll swing back around. We'll see the driver and that kind of thing. If they tilt, then that means the bracket that's screwed onto the plate that the battery mounts onto, it's just kind of pivoting back and forth on that plate. But the battery is tape strapped onto the bracket, and then the bracket mounts to the roll cage. It's one of those trestle type mounts, and that thing ain't going nowhere. So I'm just really mystified how it's pivoting like this.
We'll figure it out in about 19 minutes. And
me and Isaac Newton want to know, because this doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it's a little interesting.
But I'm sure there's a logical explanation, but this is really starting to...
I don't know.
I'm starting to get kind of upset.
Certain things that happen in racing, there's not always a logical explanation. It's kind of one of those you just kind of put in the book of the stories that happened over your career that you tell, you're sitting on the porch telling your grandkids.
But Kyle, you have to understand, I need to know what is happening here. I'm not going to let this go.
We'll know here very, very shortly. We'll find out. Maybe we'll have our the Rad Air guys take a look and kind of let us know, or shoot a picture before I get down there.
Les, will you bring me that CCL 5? I'm going to show Heiler what I got.
Folks, we've broken Polly.
So
we have officially broken Polly.
Heiler, this is what I got. This is the unit. See that? So this mounts to the bar like that. So this bracket...
There could be a ghost in the car, probably of neons that have died before.
This fits to this plate. So if anything happens to this, it's going to go... Right? It's just going to go with the G-loads of the car.
Yeah.
The only way this moves like that is if this The roll cage is loose. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, we got a race to finish up here. We should probably focus on that. 17 minutes left. All right.
It does make you wonder, though. Well, like I said, we'll have to find out, guys. If you're listening, take a look, shoot us a picture when you see it. I'll try to see it when I get down there. It works with the spooky fog that John left running from last night. Yeah, we could go with that. We are coming up on spooky season. My wife reminds me of that every day. It's almost spooky season. She loves
a roller coaster.
Yep. Nice move there on the left side. Put him in good position. Really get into roller coaster and let him get away. So that was a nice move there by Matt.
Seems to mount down very good, doesn't it?
Sometimes they don't, and if depending on what's in the car there, Paulie, that one that I put in there may not have that rubber piece, so I wonder if the metal with the moisture is sliding a little bit.
Yeah, I don't like how that fit on there.
Yeah, it's kind of...
This is kind of strained.
Yeah.
Maybe the bracket isn't the best choice. That style of bracket's not the best choice for
We're trying. Yeah, focus. Boy. We're trying, John. We're running on fumes here, buddy. Give us a break. It's been a long broadcast, and this camera thing has broken both of us. It's not just Paulie. We're trying to figure out how this works. Like I said, I think it'll just be something we put in a storybook later on. But
I will say this: the gap from 901 to track car is very, very close. 2.5 seconds, and they both turned identical lap times in the last lap.
Within about maybe about 2.5 tenths. So we need to carefully watch that. Nothing has changed up front. 10 car has a 4-lap lead over the 41. The 41 has an additional 3 laps over the 715, and then 3 laps back from that is TCR, and then we have the big fight for the top 5. So
yeah, this is a battle for 4th place. They're coming across the start-finish line. I think there it is, 3.89 seconds the gap.
So it looks like TCR ran a 2:17.46 last lap to a 2:18.7 by 901 Motorsports. So they looks like they got a little bit back there.
This isn't it? It's real unusual though, and it's the end of the race, and people need breakfast. It's just so different.
I know. Usually at this point, we're like, oh, we still have 4 hours, or we still have 3 hours and change to go, and no, we're 14, a little over 14 minutes from the finish.
And we got a car in the pits.
That's the 34, the Autonoma guys. Yeah. The cool livery that we have talked about, and they gave us an update. Let's see where they're running right now. They were up in the top 2. In A class. They fell on down the order just a little bit. They're 6th in the A class right now, and if you take out the 5 EC cars, they are in 20th overall. So good run, guys, and hopefully you can get it back on track and take the checkered flag here very shortly. Yeah, Rockwell has been just on point all weekend long. They've been fast, and they want the three-peat.
Down there in the pits with the Rockwell Autosport Development guys, they're excited.
I want to get you to smile, like full out, just right, like finally.
If you get a half smile out of Eric, that's like a cheese and grin. Yeah, John, thank you very much. Make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe, please.
We're getting there, folks. We're getting there.
Almost there.
Crew bringing it home. Trash Panda.
Sun's out, guns out, still running.
What are we talking about here?
And Red Air.
Bruh, don't even, no. Yeah, you build it from the top. Why would you do it that way?
Why not?
Because you got like that little tip at there. You know what? What's that?
The seed?
Yeah, it's gross. I don't like it. Weird color and stuff. stuff. Texture and stuff.
So, this way, it's eating it.
Warriors and Henderson had side-to-side contact.
But he's a spinner.
Are we even still covering a race at this point?
Yeah, well, I think this is the best part of the race. Is just the people. You know, that's what Ben told us. Ben Keating was up here. He said, you know, it's really the people,
the community.
And
he was high on the community.
That's really where it's at. Yeah. And I think we're doing it, man.
Yeah.
Maybe better than we've ever done it before.
I think so. Just the personalities that are coming out this year because of the broadcast. It's a lot of fun. And people are really, the access that they're giving us with less is awesome. Got Warriors in motion right there, one of their cars.
Almost done here, John. 10 minutes. Got another soldier in the pits here.
See, is that Splinter? No, that is the 118. That is the one that has the My Races Live in it. That was the one we were going to put the camera in, but we ended up putting it in Splinter in the 117. So. Yeah, Timothy, you definitely got to have crew. And if you need crew guys, reach out. We can let you know. We got some good, kids that could use some experience that could give you guys a break and let you just focus on driving. So definitely reach out to those guys if you ever come back to do the 24 again. It is a long race.
I'm stressed, man.
Charlie. He just wants to be done. You can tell.
Thanks, Keith. Appreciate that. I really do.
Yeah, we appreciate that very much. We thank you guys so much for all the compliments this year, and just we're working really, really hard. Paulie has put a lot of effort into this, and bringing Les and I on this year, it's been a lot of fun. We appreciate you allowing us to come into your home and pay attention to Champ Car when you can't be at the racetrack and let us bring the coverage to you. So we greatly appreciate it. The likes, the subscribes, please keep it up. The more we get, the better. Really, really helps when we go into renegotiations with our partners, long dedicated partners. Whoa, 3 wide here. Looks like we got one smoking and splitting cars, and they're still pushing with 9 minutes to go. But we appreciate it, guys, so much. And we look forward to this is kind of our halfway point, too. We still got 5 races to cover.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Mid-Ohio, but this is an epic race. Really looking forward to this moment. We get to towards the end, and you see all the people there, and we're just counting down the minutes for these guys to cross the line.
So the races that we'll have left to cover is we'll be back with you at Mid-Ohio for the doubleheader that weekend, and then pretty much the rest of the season outside is the 24 weekend. Is that just a 14-hour, or not the 24, the championship weekend, Paulie? Is that no, I'll have to check the website real quick, because I know they've changed that up a little bit. So
yeah, I don't remember what we're doing.
Take a look.
Day.
That is okay. So for the rest of the races that we're going to cover, whoa, a little bit of lockup right there. Nice move getting through traffic.
Whoa, what's going on over there?
So we'll be back at Mid-Ohio for the doubleheader. Pittsburgh in October, Road America, both doubleheaders. And then for the championship, which is an 8-7. And then to end the year at Sebring with the Sebring New Year's 14. So those are the 5 races or weekends that we'll be back with you. And in between there, Thompson and Harris Hill and then AMP. So a few other ones that we won't be at.
Wait, just ready now. Patience killing me. Man, only a little bit more. Only a little bit more. More than 5 minutes.
Yep, it's the car number 10 leads the field here, working lap 432.
Heck yeah.
I think they could almost pull in and win it.
I think so. Albert, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you, guys, so much.
The number 1 car.
Yeah, actually, I did hear about you guys on the chat. Yeah, you bought a car like you went to go get a car and then broke down halfway.
Along with the 423.
In the first hour, and then he went to go get parts. Guy there pulled up in a 944, just like what we have. Was getting it to sell it somewhere, like a 944 swap meet or something, and they got to talking. Next thing you know, we all go over there, we bring the car back, we buy it, we get it on the track about 6 hours later, and we've raced it ever since.
Nice.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Whoever would have thought the 944 community would be so large?
It's not.
Like that's,
You would have been better off buying a lottery ticket because he would have had a better chance of winning the lottery ticket.
that's awesome.
That's so there we go. We finished. We just tied for 40th. One more lap. 40th position all to ourselves.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Heck yeah. Are you guys
5 minutes
coming out to any more races
remain.
with us, or?
Oh, every race. We've been doing it for. A couple of us been doing it for like 10 years.
Okay.
They're brand new. First race. All
Welcome.
three of us is our first time here.
Welcome. Now you're hooked.
Yes, we are. It's great.
So basically, when you see a 944 for sale, buy it. You never know when you're going to need something extra.
Yeah, Timothy, Les always
Guys,
gets the
coming
scoop.
out. See you soon.
So it looked like we saw, while Les was doing that interview, a little bit of smoke there, or a little bit of dirt kicked up there off of 10 through South Bend. So not sure if somebody dropped a wheel or somebody went off just prior to our getting through there.
Oh, yeah. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning. Hey. Grapes. Yeah.
There's grapes. Woo!
You had the longest 5 minutes if you're driving. No kidding, John. It's agonizing to be in that car with 5 minutes to go.
I was tired. You look tired. It's going to be good. Almost there. A little bit longer. Thank you, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. It's been a great race. Everybody's run really, really well, and about a little under 4.5 minutes to go.
Oh, that might be the one to go that was just thrown to.
Yep, one to go.
This is the one to go for Rockwell Autosport Development. 1 lap to go here at Virginia International Raceway.
11 days. Built a car and it's finishing. That's what's up, man.
I want to say thanks to everybody who tuned in and watched this weekend, including Kevin.
Yep, hello to Arjun and Kate and everybody there down at Brew Crew, John Stone, if you're here. Great run this weekend, guys. I know it wasn't exactly what you looked for, but definitely a good run by both cars. You guys should be very proud. So
I want to thank Les and Kyle here for doing a fantastic job again this weekend. Just masterful job of calling the race and covering the race.
you guys, and great job to you too, Paulie. You don't get enough credit. Les does an awesome job. You help carry me through this, and it's a team effort, and we make a good trio and a good foursome when Nolan is here. Shame we didn't have Nolan this weekend, but hopefully we'll have him back soon. So I want to say hello to him. I know he's probably listening.
So still giving the one to go as the number one car of Rockwell Autosport Development comes through. They had a chance to win it this weekend with that car, but ran into some problems with the electrical system. It wasn't meant to be. But through numerous red flags this weekend and an uncountable number of cautions and purple 35s, Rockwell Autosport Development came out here this weekend with an army of race cars to win this race and determined not to be denied. And now it is the final lap around this 3.7 mile road circuit in Alton, Virginia for Rockwell Autosport Development in the number 10 car. As they come down the front straightaway, the number 11 car passes underneath us here. That might be the car that they're going to flag here as the winner. We'll see what we get here. We're still waiting. And there it is. The checkered flag flies high for Rockwell Autosport Development, taking the win here at Virginia International Raceway for the LifeLine 24-Hour Classic at VIR. A well-fought, hard-fought win for Rockwell Autosport Development. The number 41 car of Rockwell Autosport Development will take second place overall. And third place will also go to Rockwell Autosport Development in the 715. It's a clean sweep for the Rockwell Autosport Development team. And Open Throttle is going to take both F-Class and EC for their class wins. Williams is going to take A-Class, and Rad Air is going to take B-Class. Their first win. And it's an emotional victory for Kyle Lockrow here as well in the booth. This has been a long time coming, 9 years of racing to finally come away with a win. So congratulations to my co-host here, Kyle and his family. This is a big moment. Great job, buddy. Great job. And really kudos to everybody who has come out here this weekend and found that they could take the checkered flag. It's a huge accomplishment to take the checker at a 24-hour endurance road race.
Good job, guys. Thank you.
So special congratulations to my friend Kyle here and to everybody who came out here this weekend. It means a lot. This is a big deal.
Good job, Kyle.
Kudos coming back from Les to you, Kyle.
Good job, guys. Let's win. Oh, yeah. Guys, yes. Good job. Yeah.
The little team that could, Rad Air Racing, with a lot of coaching and support from Kyle Lockrow, is waving thanks to the corner workers as they go by, taking their first class win here in Champ Car. And it did not come easy. This was a hard-fought win for that team.
He's strong.
And they deserved every bit of that victory, every bit of that checker today.
There's the smile. I was waiting for that. He's always just gives you the But yeah, that's what it is. Good dedication. I'm going to get an interview later on. You guys bring champagne?
I thought you guys bring that.
Oh, well, I mean, I brought a little bit for myself, but, you know, we can negotiate.
Okay. You could never.
Awesome
it's never
job,
over till it's over, so I never bring
awesome
champagne.
job, guys. I love it.
We're going to do it again.
Good job. Yeah.
What's up, Lister?
Yeah. I love it, guys. Good job. Yes.
Huge stuff out here this weekend. So it's Rockwell Autosport Development taking 1, 2, 3, TCR in 4th, 901 Motorsport in the 901 car in 5th, Chattanooga Touring Wagon in 6th, MDR Motorsport in the 831 in 7th, Balthazar in 8th, Rockwell Autosport Development in the number 1 car finishes 9th after all that drama today. Then it's Williams Racing Group in that would be 10th place. Wheels America's behind them, followed by Open Throttle in the F-Class car, 901 Motorsport, RS Racing, Wheels America. Tater's going to finish in 20th. Brew Crew in the 244 finishes 21st. Then it's the Animal Speedworks, Floridian Motorsports, Autonama Racing finishing 25th. Speedway Creations in the 84 car finishes 26th. Rad Air Racing, MDR, Hard 6, Trophy Wife in 32nd, Mushroom in 33rd. AOA Racing in the B-Class car, 34th. 2244s behind them, followed by Open Throttle in the number 68 car. Brew Crew in the number 86 car finishes 39th. Clapped Out Racing is there. Fuse 15 behind them in 42nd. Trash Panda finishes 45th.
First race. Podium, baby.
Pinnacle Motorsports behind them. Anime Motorsports. Rad Air. People are jumping and dancing down pit road here as they are elated for their drivers and for their team. Rad Air Racing in the B class 976 finishes 49th. Chump Change is 50th. AOA Racing behind them. RVA Graphics and Wraps finishes 53rd and 54th. Hungry Geckos is behind them, followed by Rubin Performance and Pine Automotive. So a special thank you to everybody who signed in and support us for this incredible race this weekend. And we're going to sign off for now. So for Les Epps and Kyle Lockrow, I'm Paul Veltum, and we'll see you next time, folks. Take care.
Bye.